What up, guys? How goes it? How's the day? Hopefully, by the time you watch this, your day's already started and you're having a great day. What is that in the corner of my? I don't know what the fuck it was. Maybe food. I don't know. I got my nephew today. My daughter stayed home sick from school. My son's probably gonna get sent back home from school. My whole house has been sick as fuck for like the last week, and it's probably gonna be this week too. This shit sucks. But yeah, I mean, I kind of anticipated getting sick because I haven't been sick in years, and this is a really bad flu season right now. You can probably tell the difference in my voice. I'm really congested, so. Um, yeah, guys, I figured I'd take today, man, to do a quick little game review because a lot of people that watch me don't know anything about League of Legends, so I figured if they were interested, I'd give them my down and dirty, my overall, you know. Um, a lot of you guys, you could probably tell from my gameplay, I don't really play a whole lot of video games. But the ones that I do play, I get really into. Like Diablo 2, I played for like 11 years religiously, like every day, which seems insane. And I didn't literally play every day. You know, like during that time, I went to boot camp. You know, I deployed to Afghanistan. So there were times where I wasn't playing, but like 11 years of actual gameplay, and I was pretty serious about it. Then I moved from Diablo 2 to Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. And I got really serious about that for 2 or 3 years. And then, what did I move to after that? I think I went back to Diablo 2 for a couple more years. And then the bots just got out of control with Diablo 2. And then I moved to League of Legends about 5 years ago, I'd say. And I've been playing League of Legends for about 5 years. And the game's has ups and downs as far as gameplay. It went through a meta one time for like a whole year where tanks ruled the meta, and that was so fucking boring. It was like 45-minute game after 55-minute game after 45-minute game of just fucking like 10 deaths a team. Like, it was so stupid. But I'm glad we're out of that now. We're back in the like assassin squishy meta where like skill play matters, you know? And there's every patch, and this is with any game, there's always a top tier of champions, you know. But the good thing, the unique thing about League of Legends is the game allows you as an individual player to pick one person, and your team gets to pick 5 people, and the other team gets to pick 5 people. So there's a chance that the top 10 champions will all be banned, which I think is unique and it's awesome. It adds flavor to the game. I think League of Legends is a great game, guys. And as much as I complain about it, as much as I tweet about it, it pisses me off, yada, yada, yada. It is a fucking great game. The problem, the biggest problem with any game I've ever had, and it's with League of Legends, is the community and how they manage the community. So they're releasing something here, I think tomorrow actually, which is going to, so there's 5 roles on your team. You have a top laner, a jungler, a mid laner, and a marksman, and a support, which generally follows around the marksman everywhere he goes. If the marksman's good. If the marksman's bad, like he's feeding or whatever, the support will roam and you know, help one of the other 3 carries try to win the game for you, if he's a good support. But so they're gonna release it to where you get an individual rank. Instead of getting a ranked overall, your overall rank, you're going to get an individual rank for each position. Like, you could be fucking challenger tier in top, and then like bronze, or I think they're replacing bronze with iron, which would be the lowest tier. You could be challenger in top, and then iron and support, you know? Which I think is awesome because that allows people to not get stuck in a role, and it adds to the quality of the game. On top of that, the way it is right now, before this patch goes live tomorrow, the way it is right now is you have that one rank. So if you're at master tier because you play top and jungle nonstop, I'd say about every 10 to 15 games now, you get autofilled. And autofill puts you in a role that you didn't select, because you can pick your top 2 roles that you want to play, but every once in a while it'll put you in a role that you didn't pick. So the reason that sucks is because if you have a person that only plays one champion in two different roles, and that role is not the role he gets, and he doesn't understand the game at the speed that he's supposed to for that tier, the game's over because he's going to feed, he's going to lose objectives, he's going to just, it's going to be bad, you know? But the way they're doing it now is if you go top, you're getting top, you know? Like, and if you get autofilled, I don't know if they're going to have autofill still. I know you're going to be allowed to select autofill, but I don't know if it's going to actually autofill anybody that doesn't have autofill selected. I haven't read that far into the game dev logs. But that's going to make it better, man, because, so again, you're challenger at top and you want to learn how to play support, and your support level is like iron or silver or gold. There's nobody in the world that's challenger in one role and silver in another. Like, that's, being dramatic. But at the same time, it allows people to learn new roles in an environment that is good for them to learn that role. They're not going to play against other top mains in Diamond when they're a mid main and they just got auto-filled to top and they have no clue what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be great for the game. But what I think Riot really needs to do, man, they have to do something. They have to do something about the community. Because right now, if you report somebody, you get very little feedback. Like, the community is so toxic. I report somebody for hate speech. 90% of my games, I report somebody for hate speech. So I don't recommend this game for kids because the community is fucking horrible and they don't care. So if you got kids and you're like, I wonder if my 13-year-old kid should play this. If you don't care that your kid's reading shit like, I hope you fucking die, go kill yourself, racial slurs, hate speech, all that shit. If you don't care, then, by all means. But that's very common in this game, and it's unfortunate. Because, like I said, it is a very good game. But, so you report one of those guys, right? Like, he's just, and there'll literally be people that just, the whole game, they just type racial slur, racial slur, racial slur, racial, just the whole game, your whole chat log's just filled with racial slurs. And you report them and you're like, this is the number one rule is no hate speech. And they're violating it every single time they type. And you report them, and after the game's over, nothing. You get no feedback. You get no, like, hey, this person was dealt with, no nothing. So then you go into your next game. And you're like, I didn't get any feedback. Like, that guy got away with that shit. And you go into your next game. And that same guy is in that game, and he's doing the exact same shit. And you can mute him. You can mute him. But now he knows that, he's going to get away with it. So he's doing the same thing this game. And you mute him, but your 3 teammates don't. And your 3 teammates just argue with him. And then you lose that game. You report him again. You get no feedback. You go into a next game. You get another person, a second person. But in the third game, you get a second person. Racial slur, hate speech, suck my whatever, F this, F that, F you, you N-word, blah, 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 blah. You report him, you get nothing. Now you got 3 games of somebody on your team for absolutely no reason just blasting you. And you're supposed to just be like, it's okay. It's the internet. I'll allow him to talk like that. It's okay. And you get no feedback. Every once in a while, and this is where the horrible part comes in, every once in a while, you'll report somebody and then get instant feedback. And you'll be like, oh, okay. Well, that one person was dealt with. What about the other 100 and something people I've reported this month for racial slurs? Nothing? 100 people got away with it. 1 person got punished. So it's discouraging. So then you start getting your mindset that toxicity is the way to talk to people. Then you start typing and you start raging and then the game stops being fun. The game is a very balanced, as much as I hate to say that, because there are champions that are broken because of the meta. But the game is a very, very, very balanced game. and it allows everybody to play and have fun at your own level. And I think another thing, and that this is going to fix is you very often have a teammate that has no clue what he is doing in his role, and they really need to do better job with their placements. Like if I end the season in gold 5, or sorry, I ended the last season in gold 5, right? I ended in gold 5. Another person ends his season in bronze 1. I do my placements on day 1 and go 8-2. And this actually happened. I won 8 out of 10 games. I fell from gold 5, where I ended the last season, to silver 2, so a whole tier down. And now I'm playing with silver players instead of gold players, right? My buddy, who's bronze 1 and won 33% of his games the year prior, waits 2 months to do his placement games. He plays normals and ARAMs and everything. He waits 2 months to play his ranked games. After 2 months, he does his ranked placements. He doesn't win a single game. He goes 0-10. You know where he gets placed? After being bronze 1 the season prior, 0-10, silver 3. So now at 8-2 and a gold tier player, I'm playing with an 0-10 bronze 1 tier player because they have no consistency with how they run their ranks. They have no consistency. I don't understand how you can go 0-10 and finish anywhere other than dead last, because there's absolutely nobody that did any worse than you. That is the worst you can do. So there's no justification for putting you anywhere other than dead last. And I don't understand why they mix people that go 10-0 with people that go 0-10. And I don't understand how I can be on a 9-game winning streak and get somebody on my team that is 0-6 in their placement games. They're on game 7. I'm 700 games into my season, and this happens too. I'm 700 games into my season with a 50% win rate. And they put a dude that's doing his placement, his first 10 games of the season, and is 0-6. He's on a 6-game losing streak, hasn't won a game yet. They put him on my team. And then they expect us to get along while he's 0-15, refusing to cooperate, calling me the N-word. I'm supposed to deal with it and get along with him, you know? It's my problem, not Riot's. And that's a problem. That's a problem. If Riot can find a way, and I know Riot's not going to please everybody, and I might be one of those people that never get pleased with the game, with the community. I won't say the game. I'm very pleased with the game, guys. If you're looking for simply gameplay and you can overlook chat, play the game. The game's a fucking great game. The community is the worst community I've ever been a part of, man. It's horrible. It really is. It's the worst community I've ever been a part of. And it's in part because Riot doesn't manage it properly. It doesn't let you know that people are being punished for doing the wrong thing. So if you're, and here's another thing. It doesn't look into the honor system. So if I honor somebody that's not my duo, I get rewarded. So even if my duo is going 50-0 every single game, 50-0 carrying, 50-0 carrying, 50-0 carrying, and I'm honoring him every game, neither of us get shit for those honors. They want you to honor somebody that did nothing for your team over somebody that carried you, because the carry is somebody you queued up with, whereas the 0-17 person they want you to honor is somebody that didn't. So I get key fragment. I honor random people every game. I don't even look at how they played. I honor everybody because I get rewarded for honoring people that don't deserve it. And that's another fault to the game, man. You know, that's another fault to the game. Another fault to the way they run the environment, the community. But I know this kind of turned into a rant about, you know, League of Legends. I mean, it was kind of a review about League of Legends. But I really, guys, if you're looking for a good game and you can avoid dealing with chat, man, definitely give League of Legends a chance. Because it is a fucking great game. It's a great game. It's just, the community is just so bad, man. And even streaming League of Legends, the people that bounce around to League of Legends streams on Twitch are fucking horrible. I stream League of Legends pretty exclusively, and I have more people banned from my channel than a lot of partners do. And I only have 1,200 followers on Twitch. There's partners with 50,000 people that have less people banned than I do. And it's just because of the community that revolves around League of Legends, man. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, guys. Hopefully, if you're on the fence about League of Legends, I swayed you one way or the other, and you can make a good decision. If you didn't, hit me up in the comments, man. I'll answer whatever questions you got. I if I'm comparing it to Dota, I haven't played Dota, so I can't. If I'm playing it to Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends is like a gold medal winner, where Heroes of the Storm is more like a fucking like didn't qualify for the Olympics. Like is that big of a difference in gameplay to me. Um, Heroes of the Storm, you can be 50-0 and have zero impact on your game. You can kill everybody on the enemy team fucking 100 times, still lose because you have no impact on the team. Whereas League of Legends, you can be 0-15 and be the reason your team wins. It happens. Like legit, it happens, you know? There's so many different ways to play the game of League of Legends. In Heroes of the Storm, you move from one objective to the other, and everybody's fighting over those objectives. And you can miss every objective all the way up to the very last one and still win in Heroes of the Storm. In League of Legends, there's momentum swings. But it comes down to gameplay. Not controlling, not just going where the game tells you to go. You know? So, again, guys, I hope I swayed you one way or the other. And if you have any questions, man, hit me up in the comments. Shoot me a private message. I don't give a shit. I answer everything. The joys of being a small content creator is the personalization that I get to do into my streams, into my content creation, and the personable feeling that I get. I get to answer all you guys' questions because I'm not buried under, 3,000 people spamming, Kappa and fucking PogChamp and shit. I say PogChamp. It's PogChamp. I say PogChamp because I was in the Marine Corps and there's Pogs there. I was one. But yeah, guy. Until next time. Arrivederci.